Kali?
That's funny, it's related to the question, but, just what directly comes up is a sense of like, I want to talk. It's strong for me, actually. And I usually, try to just do something with it, squash it down or wait, and yet the truth is there's just sort of this need, I think, inside of me that comes up, like either here speaking or in general. And I think my question is like how to rest, and know how to have a sense of just space enough with the mind to like chill for a sec, is to like, well, no, like, well, is should I speak? What, is these questions around, I guess, the validity of a thought, an instant thought, and how to chill, like relax, I guess is the word. It is enough to feel like I do myself justice, I do truth justice. Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah, thank you for the question. There's not really one answer to that. That would be really nice if we just have a recipe. That's what we do. But it's kind of learning to trust. So the moments that so-called the mind chills, they get more and more. So it's not so much about the mind to chill. And we all want that. We want the mind to chill, right? Okay, just shut up. Just enough right now, right? And it's not about that, even though in the end, naturally the mind will chill. Yeah. But we don't go about it by trying to chill the mind. So how we go about it is just not to be busy with mind, which is absolutely not how we're conditioned. We're conditioned to work with the mind, listen to the mind. What do you think? It's not about how do you know yourself to be. No, it's like mind, mind, mind. That's how we're trained in school, everywhere. So that's where we go first. Instead of when the mind is busy, is to go to the breath. Yeah, just go to the breath. When mind is busy, it's almost like the new conditioning or the new pathway we're building is we're not going to mind, we go to breath. So the moment something rises in emotions or mind, and it's not that we never go there, but that's how we're doing it today, is we're not going to go there. We're not going to deny it. It's here, but we're going to put our hands on our bellies, which can be helpful, and then breathe and go to the breath. And the reason we go to the breath is because the breath is always here. Of course, not when this body drops, but we're all alive here. So the breath is always here in the now. So that's why we go to the breath. And what's also so beautiful, naturally what happens when we go with our attention to the breath, then naturally the nervous system calms. And when the nervous system calms, the mind calms. It starts chilling. Yeah, or melting. So we just go the back route, so to speak. We go out the back door of the mind and we go into breathing. And then naturally when we feel the breath, we stay with that. So you can feel your hand on your chest. You can feel another hand on your belly. Feel your hand. And then breathe, allow the breath to breathe into your hands. So when you bring your attention there, then naturally you give your mind something to do. Yeah, we need to give our mind something to do, otherwise it just goes in circles. And also, thoughts, we think it are our thoughts, but actually they're not. We're just kind of an antenna, and a certain kind of thought we pick up and we think it's us and believe that deeply because, again, we're trained that way. It's nothing personal about it. So we need to just go, you could say, to another frequency, not to the frequency of mind. We go to the frequency of breath, and the frequency of breath and body that will bring us to the highest frequency of who we are. It's pure being, her. Yeah. So it's kind of, in a way, giving the mind something to do. Instead of going upstairs the whole time, you go downstairs. Yeah. You just go downstairs. And yes, it's very simple, right? What I'm saying here, you don't have to go to school to learn that. It's a practice. Because our minds are so strong, that pathway is so strong. So building that new pathway of wholeness of our natural being, that takes everything. Yeah, not just a little bit or a little bit more. No, it takes everything to learn to concentrate. That's why there's so many concentration practices in most traditions. You first learn to concentrate, because then we become the master over our minds, and the mind is not anymore the master over us. And then when we have a trauma background, we have a whole other dimension that adds to it, that there comes like a domino effect in our brain. You know, we have one little memory and the whole domino effect. All the pieces fall down and we go looping, and then we feel even more crazy. And then it's even more important not to go there, because we're trained even more than to stay there, because it helps us not, to survive. But now it doesn't help us to survive anymore. So the new training is, the moment you notice mind, breath, take a breath, come here. That's the basic teaching that Thich Nhat Hanh teaches. In interviews, when Thich Nhat Hanh is asked, don't you get angry, or don't you get sad, or what do you do? Always hand on belly, breath. That's the only thing he does. That's his main practice. And the breath brings us to peace. Yeah. It's that simple, but it's not always easy. Yeah. Because our mind is trained in complexity. We see it in cell phones. Every time we can buy a new cell phone, which is more complex, more amazing, all the features you can do. It's amazing. Yes, it is amazing. It's man-made, it's mind-made. But we are here in a world that's not mind-made. We step out of the world of made by mind. We step into the world of the unknown, which is deeply compassionate and simultaneously awake. Yeah. And that's a whole other pathway to live. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
So, and if there's that inclination of mind to ask questions, it just needs to run its course. It's not bad. It can be, uncomfortable. It's not bad. Our minds also need to run its course. Sometimes we, all of us here, we have certain trains of mind that you think, gee, shit, it's been here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. Get over it. Well, some things, they just need to run its course till it's done, and it's not up to us. Yeah. And sometimes we need to look deeply into the patterns. But today I'm not talking about going into the patterns. Today I'm talking about staying out of the pattern, building a new pathway, the pathway of our nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for the questions. Good question.